Stand up there and get blinded.
Oh, yeah, you do need it.
We got new lights. They're a little bright. All right. Hello, Kikori-Con. Hello, Kikori-Con. All right. You guys have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Beautiful weather.
Yes!
It's not normally the case here for Kikori-Con, which is really nice. If you were here last year, we kind of had a gloomy weekend.
Yeah.
And it was a couple years ago, we actually had the snowstorm from HE double hockey sticks that kind of caused us very low attendance. Before I forget, if you are driving home tonight to Phoenix, if you're leaving after dark, please be careful. There is a storm coming through that's going to be sleet and rain. So 17 is expected to be a little iffy. So just watch yourselves as you're driving home tonight. They said that it could be a little questionable when you're driving back down. So, I think they said it was I think they said it was south of Flagstaff. But just if you want to jump on the weather station and just see which direction you guys are going. Just to make sure. Thank you, sir. You. All right. So thank you guys. I know this is our smaller show, and it's one of those things that it's weird. I joked about it earlier in the day with the staff. Is this convention is a convention I can never figure out what the attendance is going to be, because unless it's Seattle weather where it's crappy outside and people stay in, you really don't see a lot of people here on beautiful days, because they come in, they hit the vendor hall, they do their 1 or 2 panels they want to do, and then they're off in the middle of nowhere doing something outside. So it's kind of funny to kind of see how weather just affects the show as much as it does. But it's nice. This has probably been the best weather I think we've ever had for a Kikori since I think we've started, to be quite honest.
I'm shocked.
Which is really nice. So thank you again. If you guys, for how many? So I always ask this every year and I forgot. So how many here have been here? This is our first year at Kikori.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you guys very much for coming out to the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Please tell your friends to let them know about it, so that way we can kind of help the show grow a little bit better for next year. This is our smallest show, of course, but I kind of like it that way. This is the only show I really get a chance to walk around and screw off with staff and just kind of enjoy the conventions, because usually I'm knee-deep in craziness over the entire weekend at most of the other shows. So I kind of hold this convention a little tighter to my heart, just because it's fun to do, and it's nice to be able to walk around and finally talk to staff and just kind of see how they're doing and stuff like that. We do that anyways, but I get to do it on a more recurring basis over the weekend for this show. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We don't ever want this to be a big show. We want it to be a nice little quaint little boutique show if we can, just to kind of let you guys come in here and have fun. Spread the word. I know since we're a college town, we kind of have a rotating door of people coming in and coming out who are aging out of the college process and going off to bigger and better things. So please spread the word. I hear you, Gus. our puppy's back there whimpering.
He sees you up there.
So real quick, if you were event support or staff at the show, can you please stand? This is a lifeblood of the convention, and it's a lifeblood for all of our conventions and just the business overall. And I stress this because a lot of people can't afford to go to conventions pretty much as much as they want to. If you think you'd ever want to join our crazy crew, come in and kind of find some place to enjoy yourself. What we do is the barter system, so we kind of give you an equal for the hours that you work. We give you the badges and stuff that equate to what you'd be paid for $15 an hour, basically, is what we do. So therefore, you'd be able to get the badge for the weekend, we feed you, and you get nice little cool swag and stuff like that. So if you're interested in helping out in the future, we're always looking for more people. This is the one show we're trying to grow more of, to kind of have more people come in and help. So if you know someone even that's interested that didn't maybe come to the show because maybe they didn't have the funds, or they just didn't think they had the time to be able to let them know that there is those options for them to be able to come to the show and not have to pay to get a badge, and you can come in and get a badge by just coming in and working 4 hours basically a day is what we look for the main event support to come in, which is not a lot of hours taken out of the day for the show. So If you're a morning person and want to go to panels, you work in the evening. If you're a night person and want to hit all the raves, you work in the morning time frame. So, but we have fun. We're crazy, and we enjoy being around each other. This is where we have most of our senior staff at. So you're going to see most of our staff here that's been with me since 2008 or 2009, which is kind of weird if you think about it, that we've been together that long. But we have fun and we enjoy ourselves. So if you ever want to join the group, or if you're interested, just shoot an email out, grab us on Facebook, just chat us up and start asking questions. We can get you in contact with the department that you're interested in helping out with, and see if it's something you guys want to do. So that being said, we don't have any guests here, I don't think, because I think they've all...
We have one.
Oh, yes we do. You want to come up and talk real quick? Or are you shy? No? Yes? No?
What would I say?
Uh,
I'm going up and say hi.
okay.
We love you, Lola!
Love you too. Hi. What up? I'm Lorenzo, or just Lolo. If you want to see my art and stuff, I'm Lolo Mendoza Art on Twitter, Instagram, any of those. Go check me out. And thanks for everyone who came by my table. Much appreciated.
I know we have most of the guests left this earlier today to get either out of the weather or be able to get onto the flights that they need to go to. So, real quick, before we kind of get into the dates, before we get into the attendance, there's always something I say at every convention at the end of the closing ceremonies. You can either take this to heart, or you can kind of think that I'm just saying this as lip service, but I can tell you to take it to heart. Any event you go to, make a friend. Find someone who's sitting in the corner. Find someone who maybe seems like they're shy, because a lot of people here are introverts and don't know how to really interact. Talk to them. You all laugh because a lot of you are that. I don't have that problem. I'm a very chatty extrovert. But please, talk to them, make a friend. Do something with them at that show, our show, or whatever show, and then plan to do something outside that show. Go to a little mini event, go to do something, and then take that same mentality at that show. Make a new friend. That grows your community. And I always kind of get a little touched with this one. Life's tough right now for a lot of people. And it helps whenever there's more people around you that can help you feel stronger. And that's what we try to make these conventions be. And that's what we're hoping everybody kind of walks out of here and feels the same way. Make this community love, make this community have fun, and just enjoy what you do. I mean, that's why we do what we do, and we're hoping you guys kind of take that same mentality as you walk out the doors. So please kind of take that to heart if you can.
Thank you.
With that being said, I don't want to hold you guys here because with the weather and stuff like that, and we're going to start loading the trailer here pretty soon. But thank you guys for coming. We do have shows coming up. If you're in this area, we've got an Albuquerque show coming up on Memorial Day weekend at the Marriott in Albuquerque. Of course, we have Sabaton, which is over Labor Day weekend down in Phoenix. We've already announced some pretty big guests. I can tell you we have a huge international singing guest that we're going to be announcing as soon as ink hits paper. We've already got full commitment. We just are waiting for contracts to be signed and the visas to be completed. So kind of keep an eye out for that. And we've got a lot more voice actors and a lot more guests to be announced for Sabaton in the end for that one too. And then of course we've got Konnichiwa. We moved dates. We moved dates for Konnichiwa to kind of help with just getting to spread out the convention scene a little bit better for everybody, so they don't have to have like 4 or 5 conventions stacked on top of each other. So we moved Konnichiwa back to the weekend before Thanksgiving, which everybody seemed to like that year that we did, except for we had some issues with homecoming that weekend on us.
The football team did very well.
Yes, whatever.
Who cares about football? What?
Yeah, So, and then if you are a furry or if you ever want to check out the fur community, we have a fur convention that happens in the middle of October. So please kind of check those out if you can too. We're always kind of trying to help each one of those different events grow. So like I said, if you want to help, you don't have to help out with one of these shows if you want to help out with any other shows as well. Sabaton, I can tell you right now, is in a huge event support push. So if you ever want to go to convention, if you ever want to go to Sabaton without paying a dime for your badge, you probably can do that if you come and help us with some of the departments that we're helping grow.
We need so much help.
Please help us.
So if you are interested, again, kind of watch social media. We're going to be pushing more this year for some staff drives. We're going to have some staff picnics and stuff like that to kind of do with the drives that can get you to kind of meet and talk to some of the management that helps with the shows. So kind of watch for that on our social media. But again, I don't want to hold you guys here too much. So last year's attendance, before I forget, I always do this, and you didn't remind me this year. I have badges up here. I'm pointing at you, James, because you're usually one that points at the badges at. So we do have the badges up here for the rest all the weekend. So if you want to collect badges, we do have them up here. There is a lot up here, so you don't need to race up and tackle ones. I've actually seen conventions where people are like crawling over each other as soon as I close ceremonies. So just politely come up. We've got all the badges up here that we hand out for you guys to grab to be able to take them if you are collectors. So last year's attendance for Kikori-Con was our biggest event we've ever had. We were 915, 920, I think was in the final number, and maybe 917 after we did the accounting numbers. So we were hoping that we'd kind of do that this year. Weather, I'm assuming, kind of made it so that we were not going to have as many people coming here because people wanted to putz outside instead of coming into the shows. So we did do good. This was the second largest Kikori on record, which is really good. And for that, Kikori-Con's 2024, I always have to remember what year it is, attendance is 821. Which is not bad for a show, a little show like this up here. So, and I really appreciate it for all you guys coming out to the show. I hope you had a good time. I really do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I just want to see your smiling faces and to make sure that you guys are having a blast. So, if I gave you that, then my weekend has been an accomplishment. So, other than that, I hope I see you guys at other shows, or if I don't see you until next year, I really hope that I get to see you guys next March for Kikori-Con 2025. With that being said, thank you guys. Drive safe.